And talking about spinners, technologies are opening with a spinner. After medium pace from one end, they have gone with a spinner from the other end.
So we're seeing different strategies adopted by the two skippers. Young guns going with pacers from both end. The technology is quickly reading the conditions and saying that it's good to have one fast bowler and spinner bowling in tandem.
I think that would be a good approach to follow, Vijay. I think because you have one end somebody trying to bowl quick and the other end somebody trying to take the pace of the ball. So let's see how their strategy works for the technologies.
So he screened him up there.
Rohan is gone. I think he's trying to make room. The first one, I think, went slightly away. Rohan again thought he will make room and try to hit. I think this one, let's watch the replay. I think this one I felt came back in with the arm. Yes, it's come back in with the arm and Rohan looking to cut away. Couldn't get bat onto it and is bowled. Not the start they were expecting, Vijay.
Definitely. I mean, I think they need to pick it up from here and try to build a partnership, which will be crucial to and will decide whether they stay in the game or the technologies run away with the game here.
One thing I found with batting is always found that you need a bit of experience. So, although the guys, young guns, if they had a couple of good senior players in the midst, especially on the batting front, it would have really helped them and all. But let's see, the new batsman is...
The interesting thing that I'm seeing is the field setting that Kshitij, the captain for the technologies, has put up. It's not the kind of field that you would see in power play. They're pretty aggressive in the field setting.
The elder brother joins the younger one, Prashin Padam, replacing the Rohan Rangarajan. And it's both brothers batting there. To build this partnership for the team. Oh, so again going in, not really bounced much up with the way Mithila's action is very tough to get bounce because he's bowling more of a round arm action. I think very tough for the batsman to expect bounce from him.
Yeah, and he also gets the odd one away and the rest of the ball comes in with the arm. So, I mean, it's difficult for the batsman to understand what's happening.
This looked a bit close. Beat him, went through the edge. Suresh says no, maybe he felt that it was going down. Oh, this looked pretty close. The way Suresh signaled this it was going down the leg. Maybe the angle that Mithila has been bowling from was not that convincing for the umpire to judge that out. Goes in favor of the batsman. Rightly so.
Yeah, I mean, I think they are in the best position to take that call. There are various factors that needs to be taken into consideration while making the decision. And it's a tough job standing out there as an umpire because the players are quite vocal and they believe strongly that there's a chance to pick up a wicket there.
Vasant in his second over. Again, a lack of pace a little bit evident now. Prashin tried to go and let it. He found the ball coming a little bit later, slower than what he has expected, and couldn't time that shot.
It's a huge appeal for a caught behind. Umpire not ruling it in favor of the bowling side is clearly a confident sort of a decision given there by the umpire. But what we are seeing here from Vasant is bringing in all the experience, bowling great line, giving nothing away to the batsman.
Oh, the appeal went up instantly. The keeper went up very quick, immediately followed by the bowler.
Normally, in this kind of situation, you would look at what the batsman's reaction is.
Prashin's reaction in this case was a quick look back, which sometimes is a giveaway.
True that. But I mean, I think umpire had a good. Yeah, I mean, I think close one. I mean, you never know. I mean, I think possibly bat hitting the pad. So it's not very obvious that there was an edge because anyway the ball is moving quite a bit.
It's really tough, especially from here where we don't have the advantage of having a snicker or anything like that. So, but hard luck to the bowler. Finds the edge, but beats the slip fielder, beats the third man, and the Young Guns get their first boundary in the third over.
So the first 3 overs have been tough going for the SCA Young Guns. But one thing for sure, the kind of experience that they're getting playing quality bowling and the kind of opponents that they're facing in this tournament will go a long way in developing them as cricketers.
True, Vijay. And in this aspect, we should appreciate both the organizers for having them in and the SCA encouraging these boys to go play in this tournament, because however amount of practice you do, it doesn't translate into the what you can gain by playing there in the middle.
Couldn't agree more on that, Sarika. I mean, that's where I think Singapore is definitely taking giant steps in terms of becoming a force in international cricket. And if we continue to build on this, we should see some sort of quality cricketers coming up.
Yes, definitely. I mean, the opportunities the youngsters get nowadays, you have even a 15, 16-year-old playing in this tournament against adults. And this is something which you would never expected in our times. Oh, this has been an excellent over from Vasant. It's given away nothing. It's unfortunate just that edge went for 4, which shows him as 6 runs. But honestly, he's been bowled very well. He bowled in 2 overs that he has.
Yeah, the asking rate has quickly crept up from 8 and over to 9 and over now. Just 3 overs into the innings. They got to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, the slow motion replay coming up of this thing and all again. Oh, this looked good. This This looked good. And again, excellent. Oh. There's another. Good shot. This is a convincing shot. First convincing shot of the middle of the bat. Played by Prashin. Cut away through point for 4. And that's a good addition from the broadcasting guys with that lovely slow motion replay. It's really good.
And this wonderful pictures are brought to you from Indian Association by Sportigo. They've been in the pioneer in terms of bringing technology to cricket. They're doing a fantastic job, and I'm sure we'll see more to come in 2019 and ahead.
Yeah, I think why shouldn't more tournaments be played in the nights, which can be streamed live to a lot of people. I mean, even the SCA T20 can become a totally night event, and they could stretch the game through a longer period and play maybe one game, 2 games a week, and it'll be a really good opportunity for everybody. And those watching at home, it will ideal time for them to watch these games.
Absolutely. I mean, the other thing which we would like to see is some of the younger boys coming down to the ground, watch some of these senior and more established players play, learn from them, try to interact with them. That would also be a wonderful gesture which we could see and then help develop the game in Singapore.
Faster ball there from Mithila. Beats Naveen on the cut shot. 12 for 1, 4. I think they need to push on a bit, especially in the last 2 overs. A quick single to covers at Ananta, shy at the stumps, misses it. Because I think it will be a little bit tough going for them to force the pace once the power play is done. I think they got about 2 overs left for them to try and take advantage.
Yeah, I mean, I think we saw in the first innings as well, as the ball gets a bit softer, the scoring becomes even more difficult.
This is cut away for another single, and the 4 overs score is 14 for 1, and asking rate almost approaching the double figures.
So we seen something that we have been discussing all day. Quick changes in bowling, not allowing the batsman to settle to one type of bowling, and we got Ananta coming on to bowl his first over after brilliant bowling by Vasant from the pavilion end.
I think in this innings we'll be seeing more spinners in action from the technologies. They've seen how Mithila has kept the batsman quiet, as Ananta, a very experienced, wily leg spinner. And which we have seen the leg spinners being very, very successful in the shorter form of cricket.
bowled well and played down equally well by the batsman for a single. Ananta, you're right. I mean, first of all, leg spinners bring in a different flavor to the game, and they are a rare product. I mean, you don't see too many of them around. So you want to really groom some of these leg spinners and ensure that they come in and influence the game in a big way.
Yes, they're quite exciting to watch, and they bring really some thing to the game. They really bring some enjoyment to the game. The sheer craft of leg spin bowling is been very good over the years. This is it to mid on by Naveen. That's a quick single. We've seen some good leg spinners flourish over the years, going back to the yesteryears from B.S. Chandrasekhar, then to Abdul Qadir, then Shane Warne, then currently now to bowlers like Rashid Khan, and there have been some fantastic leg spinners.
Yeah, and they've all been great characters. I mean, on their own. I mean, yeah, if you talk of Shane Warne or even the likes of Lakshman Shivaramakrishnan.
Yes, I had the honor of having played Lakshman Shivaramakrishnan. When I was playing for my state, we played against Tamil Nadu. We lost by innings, but it was a wonderful opportunity to have played against cricketers like LS, Krishna Bachari Srikanth, Bharat Arun, and all that. This is it over cover by Prashin, but managed to get only a single. Need a few boundaries here, Vijay, don't they?
Yeah, they got to get some momentum into the innings. They started reading the ball better, started to get their feet moving, getting a few singles here and there, but that's not going to get them close to the total.
I would want to see these boys attack the bowling, Vijay. I don't mind them attacking the bowling. At the most, they might get bowled out for about 100 plus, maybe in 15, 16 overs. I would rather see that them trying to losing, trying something, rather than trying to play out the overs and getting about 100, 110 runs in 20 overs.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't know what's the instructions that's gone from the dressing room from the coaches. So, I mean, they got to play to a plan, got to believe through the innings that they can chase down the score. And that's what you want to see, and that's what spectators and supporters of the game would like to see.
Of course, the bowling has been good, but there should be some intent from the batsman too. That's what we need to look at. Again, looks to look only to place in the gaps. That's good fielding by Rajiv at mid wicket. Mithila into his third over. Oh, this is a good shot. Yes, this is what we are looking at. Naveen clears the foot. Hits it over mid wicket for a much needed boundary for the young guns.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to play some attacking shots. Otherwise, quality spinners, if you allow them to settle down and ball to their line and length, they will just run through the overs. And by the time you realize, you are staring at around 12 runs an over.
Nothing to fear, Vijay. They got to try and express themselves. Simple as that. And these guys have got amazing talent. Naveen is a wonderful player. He's very experienced. He's played in a couple of WCL tournaments and all. And he's played against some good bowlers around the world. Direct hit. Deflected again. Think of an extra run. They don't get it. Single again there. The last 3 balls of power play. It's 23 for 1. The young guns. Oh, another one perishes. Yeah.
Missing it completely. Mithila coming back and picking up a wicket here. Probably not in the SCA young gun script to lose a wicket at this juncture.
Again, he tried to make room and tried to hit him over extra cover. The right ball, maybe he would have tried to go more straight. Would have been much better opportunity because basically Mithila was bringing the ball in. So to try and hit him rather against the spin, he could have gone straight over mid-off, which would have given him a much better opportunity of hitting the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot to learn from this unit. As we see the action replay coming up.
Yes, the ball went in. Prashin tried to make room to hit it over extra cover. And there's a huge gap. And Mithila hits the middle stump. 23 for 2. And
Siddhant Singh comes in for SCA Young Guns.
Big opportunity for Siddhant here. He was impressive in patches as a bowler. Few good balls, a couple of good overs. Then they had a couple of bad overs too, where he went a lot of runs and few no balls and wides. It's a bit inconsistent, I would say, as far as bowling was concerned today.
Yeah, but I mean, he has to put that behind him and focus on his batting now. We have seen him play some really good innings when he's played for local clubs and other games. So he can deliver the goods for SCA Young Guns.
He does that straight away with the boundary, with a very good cut shot towards point. And this had a little bit of width and he used it very well to cut it through point for 4, Vijay.
Yeah, I mean, he's extremely talented and gifted cricketer. And you would want him to make a statement in this game and try and build a partnership here with Naveen.
They're trying to close that gap for Siddhant on the square boundary. Mithila preferring to, I think, would like to keep the ball a little bit short on the off. So he's got cover more towards point. Oh, and this again, he goes for a cut shot, finds the edge, beats the slip, beats the short third man and into the boundary. 2 boundaries, 2 successful boundaries for the young guns.
Yeah, and but this is Siddhant is doing exactly what you were talking about, at least batting with intent and trying to take it back to the opposition and say that we are not here to just participate, we are here to compete and probably challenge the total that they have been put up with.
The way Siddhant has approached compared to the other two guys was, he didn't make run, he stayed in his place and then slashed the ball. First one was